Okay, dear friends, I'm back. Today I'd like to go through the machine of Keyring on the Vulnhub, and I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download it. Before we start today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. As you know, this will help me very much on YouTube robots. So without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported this virtual machine or the target into the virtual box. So now we can go inside the Linux VM. As you can see, I have already discovered the IP address of the target as 254. You can use tools like Net Discover or similar tools to do that. And then I did the map scanning with options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan. So from the map scanning results, as you can see, there are two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Of course, you also can use the search sprite utility to confirm that. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. And this site doesn't have a title. So what we are going to do next is that we need to do some enumeration, the web application enumeration. So let's open up our browser. Let's close it. Put the IP address. Maybe we can we can clear the history first to make sure everything what we are going to do next is unaffected. Okay, let's put the IP address. And here we need to sign up. Of course, we can, for example, we can sign the username is JSON and the password would be 123. It doesn't matter, so we can sign up. Yeah, user registered successfully. Okay, now we can log in, right? And the username is JSON and the password is 123. Hit login. And here we got the home page or the board. For example, we can click control. It says HTTP parameter pollution or HPP. In short, it's a vulnerability that occurs. So I think this is the hint given by the author. So maybe we need to find out the parameter first and the about, but this one doesn't give us any information. So I think now we need to do some enumeration with the tools like Ligato, and also we can do the directory enumeration with the tool of GoBuster. You know, the Ligato is so useful too. Not only it will give us like vulnerabilities, the web application vulnerabilities, and also sometimes give us the misconfigurations or some common files or directories. But here in this one, the cookie, the login.php, we have already know that, right? Then we need to use the GoBuster to do some directory enumeration. And this time we need to put the extension as usual. Extension option. As you can see, the different files has been retrieved or enumerated out. For example, of course, this one has already know that. Yeah, and also the index. But this one is new one. We can access this one, history. PHP. So, but nothing here. So I think we can check on that history. Yeah, nothing returned. So maybe we need to maybe we can log out and log in again. The JSON and the password, login, and now we can access like history, but nothing here. So maybe we need to give it some parameter. So maybe we can try the user, the JSON. Yeah, JSON visited by user JSON. So this confirm our guess is correct. So maybe we can try to access the admin, right? But yeah, here give us pages visited by user admin, and we can get this GitHub repository. Actually, this is the repository of this application. For example, like a home, index, logout, which is very good. And this one, control. If you take a look at this code, of course, this is the include like HTML, but also include the PHP. Here, as you can see, we can give the parameter. This one, we can make a copy and go back here, control, and we can pass the parameter. Maybe we can run the command, for example, like ID. But you know, we are normal user. Maybe we cannot run this function or run this control.php. So I think now we go back. If we go back and history, and we pass the user JSON. So maybe we from here, from the pattern of this URL, maybe this user parameter has SQL injection vulnerability, and we need to use the SQLMAP to test on this. So how to do it? Yeah, this one will be very easy. We can set the proxy to be Burpsuite, so all traffic or request will be going through our Burpsuite. Now we can launch our Burpsuite and enable the proxy. Yes, okay, and proxy set intercept be on, and then we can trigger a new request. Just refresh the page, and we got the new request, and we can copy this request to file, and we can name it to like IEQ txt, right? And save, and we can close this one because we don't need the Burpsuite anymore. And then we can turn off the proxy. And now we can use the SQLMAP. The level we can set it to 3. Let's run, because yeah, I have a cache. So of course, if you run this SQLMAP the first time, it will take a long time to get this result. But in summary, this parameter, the user has the SQL injection vulnerability. Okay, and also we can get the backend database, and as we user parameter has SQL injection vulnerability, and then we can enumerate the database. And we just interested in users database, and we try to enumerate out tables, and we can get the information of the details table and got the column information first. Then we can dump the data of this database. So we can make a copy. We got the password. Maybe we can open up another tab. And this is the admin. And also this one, of course, this one is the password to what we created. The user JSON is meaningless. We can make a copy and then go back to our notebook. And this is John. So maybe so far we can make a reasonable guess. Maybe the user not only is the user of the web application, but also will be the user of the system. We can check on that, John. But the permission denied. So I think the target has configured in some way which doesn't accept password and username, but accept the public key instead. So what we can do, maybe we can log in as admin to the web application. We can go back, log out, and we can log in admin. And the password paste in here. Now we have already logged in. Do you remember that from the GitHub repository, and as we walk through the code, the PHP code, the control.php has the parameter. This one, we can make a copy. And then, and I think this the main user, control PHP. And now we can run like ID command. Yeah, we got the result without a problem. So I think now we can know that this control.php exists the command injection vulnerability. So how do we do? Next, we need to get the reverse shell. And of course, we can go to the website of reverse. Go to this one. And you can try different techniques. But I can tell you, I think I tried several ways, but all of them failed. But the Python can work in this case. I have already copied, of course. Before we run this command, we need to know the version of the Python, right? So how to confirm? Which will be very easy. Which Python 2 is not there, but Python 3 does have on the target. So now, of course, we can make a copy of this line, and then we can paste in here. But before we hit enter, we need to set up the listener first by netcat sudo. And now we can hit enter, and then we have already got the reverse shell, which originated from the target, and we can make it interactive or to be more friendly, right? pty spawn bash. Okay, and now we need to do some simple local enumeration. We can navigate to home directory. Yeah, there is just only one normal user. We can go inside this home directory, but permission denied. So maybe the John here, we can use the password to what we have already enumerated out with the SQLMAP, right? We dump the data from the database. So we can try to switch to the John user, and I have already, here, this is the password. We can make a copy and paste in here. ID. As you can see, we have already become the user, John, and then we can get the user flag without any issue. And I think you can notice immediately this one, the compress command, because this one has SUID bit and the ownership is root. In other words, we can run this command and will temporarily get the privilege of the ownership. I mean the owner, not ownership. In other words, it's root. So we need to analyze this one first. We can maybe how to analyze. We can download this compress file onto Kali Linux, and we can use the Python 3 to set up the web server, and then we can open up another tab. We can use the wget, and we can and then we can use the strings compress. And now, as you can see, some readable characters have been displayed. And as we walk through or scroll up, I think the compress command will run the tar. And here has the wildcat, the symbol. So maybe we can utilize the wildcard symbol vulnerability of tar command to elevate. So how to do it? I have already prepared the, this one. You can get such instruction from the internet, but I just want to show you how to do it. To save time, we can make a copy, and now, of course, we need to cancel and run it again. And here, maybe I need to make a copy of the Python. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, I think I need to restart the machine. I think this is the problem with this target. Has nothing to do with my technique. So I'd like to cancel, and when I restart the machine, and then I will come back. See you there. Okay, guys, I'm back. Just now I restarted the machine or the target, and I reconnected to the target, or I mean the reverse collection, and then I switch from the www data to the John. So I think now we need to continue our exploitation by utilizing the wildcard vulnerability of the tar. So I just use the instruction I got from the internet. First one, we generate the shell script, and now okay, and then we can run the compress, right? Yeah, as you can see from the banner, we have already switched our shell to the root user. Then we can get the root flag. Okay, so sorry about the interruption of the video, because the target or the machine, the virtual machine, is not so stable. But I think I have already tried my efforts to make the video to be as smooth as possible. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.